His Excellency Deputy President, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Kenyans and friends of Kenya, I am here this morning to kind of recap and finish on what we started yesterday. But before I do that, I just wanted you to remember to take your breakfast and to demonstrate to Julie, because she challenged us yesterday, that those of us who had not eaten Kenyan breakfast in the morning to carry up their hands. This morning, I want you to be able to tell her that you've had your breakfast of Kenyan sweet potatoes. So my colleague is going to give you a sample of the sweet potatoes before I talk about my initiative. And I hope that you'll be able to enjoy, but also we want to demonstrate to the world that you can have sweet potatoes for breakfast without cooking it in the morning. So before I speak, I just want to give our colleagues and their heads from this side. So that is sweet potato snack bar. So one of it is supposed to be enough nutrition for your breakfast in the morning. And this is how we are taking the message of Kenya sweet potatoes globally, demonstrating what is possible. Sweet potato is no longer a poor man's food, but it's a premium product that you can enjoy everywhere in the world. If you forget to take your breakfast in the morning, all you need is one snack bar. I hope everybody will have a chance to taste and perhaps give us feedback later. So I'll get into my presentation. My name is Perez Ochieng. I'm a Kenyan, born in Siaya, married in Homa Bay, with 5 children and a grandchild and a husband. And I've been running my business for the last 20 years, originally focusing on capacity building, training and education, and knowledge transfer partnership with universities. But I felt that I have a burden for my country to be able to come back and share the knowledge and the skills and the networks that I've been able to gain outside of UK. As a Kenyan in the diaspora, I've taken it a burden to choose one of the products that has the least likelihood of being seen as having export potential. And this is sweet potatoes. So I want to demonstrate to those of us who are here today, whether you're a small-scale farmer, a young person, a young entrepreneur, in education, at university, or just a hustler, that whatever product you choose has the potential for being in the global marketplace. It depends on what you do with it. It depends on how you build your own capability to be a brand ambassador and a messenger. And most importantly, how you push into the market. The market is not going to come to us. We are going to have to go into the market and grab a share. As the PS has shown us today, there's a real need for Kenya to look at the balance of trade. We are not looking at the traditional export markets of tea and coffee. Kenya is a very rich country, resourcefully. We've got lots of products agriculturally that can be used as innovative ingredients. So in the last 2 years, I've taken up a challenge on top of everything else that I'm doing to study masters in food innovation and packaging. And this has given me the capability, the authority to be able to stand before you today to present what I'm going to present to you today. So bear with me for the next 5 minutes. I hope it will be an interesting, and now that you've had your breakfast, you have a little bit more energy to be able to concentrate. So yesterday I talked about how we have done what we've done to be able to access new markets using sweet potatoes, testing the market, developing and redeveloping new products, knowledge transfer partnership with universities, and sheer promotion and drive into different markets. Going into UK, Europe, other parts of the world like Italy, Canada, Australia, we've taken the sweet potato message there. Kenyan sweet potato is famous. But the question is, how can we scale this up and make an impact so that we can also make a contribution to the Big Four agenda? This is what I want to talk to you about today. So the first thing that I'm looking at is how, as a Kenyan diaspora, how can my activities, the things that inspire me, not just necessarily benefit me economically as a person and my family, but also rewards other people, the social impact that I can create in my business initiative as an entrepreneur, as a committed Kenyan who wants to also to be part of the Big Four agenda. So I'm looking at 4 key areas that we're looking at. How can we be part of the legacy? This is how I want to be able to demonstrate this. So I'll go straight. You've tested one of the products today, which is the sweet potato snack bar. We've got several ones still on the line. We've got sweet potato pancake if you have time to cook in the morning. We've got the cream brulee for your dessert, and we've got all the other vegetarian products. But that is not the agenda for this afternoon, this morning. I want to look at some of the thinking behind developing these products. You have been able to get a piece of the product, but if you look at the packaging, the primary packaging and the secondary packaging, it is fully biodegradable. And when we talk about meeting EU regulation and export markets, there are some of the things that we really need to incorporate in our product development within the industry, as well as the scientists and the people who are developing new products. Where is the world going to? What are the new global trends in food markets? How are we going to access the market? The food market is not just about nutrition. It's about reuse and reuse of resources, natural resources like water and energy. So I want to be able to be demonstrating our product that we are looking at the global context in developing food products. So we have looked at not just the EU and UK regulation on circular economies, recyclability, but we are also looking at developing new products that use less energy. It is pointless to spend 340 kilojoules to develop a product that gives you 4 kilojoules. And that is what most of us do. We do not look at the consumption of energy in developing our products. In developing the Kenya sweet potato industry, we are looking at supplying the global marketplace with a product that is fully using, oh God, I've lost the word. I'll get it. So these are some of the things we're looking at. My first recommendation is for Kenya to look at UK post-Brexit. I know some of us are still wondering what's going to be the opportunities post-Brexit. I am here standing here to tell you today that this is the time for us to push our agenda in UK today. In order for us to force for new trade deals that would enable us to get new products into the market. The route is very simple. You already have Kenyans in the diaspora who have passion and commitment. I stand here to demonstrate that we are committed Kenyans just like we are those who are here today. Use us to be able to access this market, understand the markets, enter into the markets, come in and set up distribution channels and systems through us because we have the knowledge, we have the networks, and we have the ability. And most importantly, we are willing and we have the intellectual ability as well. So this is what I want to demonstrate is first look at what are the post-Brexit opportunities in every product that we are developing. Sweet potato itself is not just a product we are looking to export, it's to how do we now translate what has been proven as a working model in sweet potatoes in developing new products for the global marketplace. One of the things we're looking at is collaboration. I was speaking with a colleague of me yesterday. He said, we are not going to grow and scale up in your export if industries are not to collaborate. One of the biggest markets that we have opened for sweet potatoes is in collaboration with big-scale manufacturers in the UK in food manufacturing to replace sweet potatoes with rice, so that we are able to produce baby food made out of Kenyan sweet potatoes. This has the capacity to consume 20,000 tons of Kenyan sweet potatoes every month. So collaboration is key. And when we talk about export and growing of the global market, these are the things that we are looking at. I've also looked at the deliverables. So these are basically ideas of how we can working with our own farmers and building their capacity to be able to achieve global standards like ISO 2200, BRC, and global GAP certifications. I'm going to run quickly. I can see Julie looking at me. We've looked at logistics. How do we get our products from development into the marketplace? So these are some of the things that I want to work with the government and all of our producers that are interested in this market to look at. I want to run quickly. This is very difficult to operate, by the way. One of the suggestions that I want to suggest to His Excellency today is to look at the importance of knowledge transfer and partnership between industry and universities. Universities are challenging people with knowledge, but how are we using that knowledge to benefit the country? I'm a champion of knowledge transfer partnerships. I would love to see my country set up food business incubation to support businesses that want to start in small business production with laboratory equipment for testing, with facilities for packaging, so that we are able to begin to develop small brands out of small businesses in order for us to scale up. So this is one of the key suggestions that I thought would be important for me to mention in my today food business incubation and acceleration. Further testing. To get to develop to use sweet potatoes in ingredient manufacturing has taken a lot of in terms of formulation, testing, and all these other activities. And these are some of the products that we want to be able to test and take into the market using Kenya sweet potatoes. I stand here before you today to demonstrate to you that it's possible. We only have to think. This morning I was asked, how do you do it? You've got to be an innovative and innovate yourself, and also reskill yourself to be able to do new things, and the market is there for us to take a share of. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to say thank you for being a very beautiful and listening audience, and I'm welcome to any questions later. Wow. So the products that we serve today for breakfast is for convenience, is for people on the go, but it gives you the same nutrition value as if you should have your whole breakfast in the morning. And I wanted to demonstrate them in the morning and get the feedback from that actually they felt full after eating one snack about 40 grams. But most importantly is their acknowledgement of the innovation and also the food technology that has gone into developing this. I explained to them about the biodegradable packaging, and I wanted to demonstrate something before my presentation before the president today. So it really worked well, and I'm glad that people are also motivated to see sweet potato premium products in a different form that they haven't seen previously before. So it challenged their mind, and also it brought the idea to life, because when you talk about Wild Edition, a lot of people talk about what they know locally, flour, bread and everything, but we are looking to demonstrate that you can do premium products for global markets for sweet potatoes, and that's what we did today, and you can see the response that people had.